It's really cold today, like -8 degrees Celsius, but look at how sunny and beautiful the weather is. This whole area is very nice. It's actually on the way to my grocery store, and I really enjoy this walk on the days that I walk to the grocery store. Often I don't walk to the grocery store because if Anupam is around, I just go on his car, and otherwise I just order food. So yeah, but the walk is really amazing. I remember a couple of years ago I had recorded a dance video on this field, and it came out really well. So yeah, Sunday morning, not too busy. So this apartment complex is called Christina Mills. It's quite pretty. It's a bit away from the campus too, but looks really nice from the outside. Quite a few buildings, huh? These trees will bloom very soon. It's a bit cold this week, but I think by the end of this week these trees will come in full bloom. You can see the little buds. I think these are cherry blossoms too. So Anupam's gone to the cherry blossom sighting at Tidal Basin in Washington DC. Last year I was there because last year the flowers bloomed around the end of March and early April. So that was good for me because it coincided with my spring break. But this year they bloomed a bit early. I mean, evidently so, because this year the winter was a bit weird. It started getting warm in between, and now it's cold, and again next week is pretty warm. So I guess that confused the cherry blossoms too, like the flowers as well. Look at these plants. They look funny. But yeah, so I missed the cherry blossom festival this year. And apparently this year the cherry blossoms are pink. Last year the blossoms were white. So the whole tidal basin was looking really white and pretty. This time it's all pink, which is also pretty. Last year I thought it would be pink, but this year it's pink and I couldn't see it. Morning. That was a really nice person. He's carrying a lot of things, but yeah. So yeah, I missed the pink cherry blossoms, but it's okay. Why I like DC around the cherry blossom festival is basically most restaurants have cherry blossom themed food or dessert and drinks and soups, and I really like that flavor. They the drinks look really pretty. They're pink and they've got a different kind of taste. But this time I missed that. I mean, if they keep it until spring break, which starts towards the end of March, then I can go and try them, but I don't know if they will. Especially in Georgetown, there's a cafe called Georgetown Cafe, and they have a really nice cherry blossom latte, which I really loved last time. So I was really looking forward to trying that this time too, but I guess I can't because I couldn't go. And last week Anupam was in Vegas too, so I couldn't go this weekend. Even if I wanted to see the cherry blossoms with him, I couldn't. And also I was finishing my dissertation, and the good thing is I finished it. I'm done writing with it now. I'm just reviewing and revising. I finished writing yesterday, so I'm taking a little bit of break today. Break as in what I'm doing right now. Literally walking to the grocery store is my break for this week because it's been so busy. I didn't get time to walk out or go to do groceries or even to the gym or anything. So I thought I'll use this walk as fruit shopping as well as a bit of a walk, because last 2 weeks I've just been ordering groceries. All my spinach and kale and onion and fruits were delivered to my place, and also Anupam was not here this week, so I couldn't go shopping with him. But last week when he was here, we did go grocery shopping to Trader Joe's, and that was a good trip. I mean, I didn't walk out there. I kind of use this grocery store walk as a workout for the days I can't go to the gym. So look at how crowded the store is. Lots of cars today. So cute. There's Starbucks inside Acme. It's full of balloons today. And I got a lot of fruits. Like this trip here was just to get a lot of fruit. Got banana, apple, grapes, strawberries, and a really large juicer orange. So I really like that. Like in India, I think we have those lemons. Like it's called Mosambi. And I don't know if you get that here, but it's really good. So I got my passion fruit drink from the Starbucks at Acme. Now that I couldn't get my lavender drink from Georgetown Cafe, I'll just make do with my passion fruit drink. So when the lady made this for me and put this cover on top, there's a little tiny hair strip on it, a little hair strand on it. So I just showed her, I told her that you can just change the cover and it's fine. Just changing the cover is good enough for me. She was like, well, that was touching the drink, so I'll make you the drink one more time. And she threw away that whole cup and made a new drink for me. And I think that was really kind of her. I didn't ask her to do that because I thought it would be a lot of work for her too. And it was just a really tiny strand which was on the cover, not really. It was not in the drink, but it was touching the drink. So it was really nice of her. These little acts of niceness really touch your heart. Even though it's not something unusual, I think she wouldn't drink a drink that had hair, a little strand of hair touching it, but it's okay. That was nice. Quite a bright and sunny Monday afternoon. I am going to a conference about negotiating salaries when you apply for jobs. And the funny thing is, this is coming right at a good time when I'm actually applying for jobs, so this is going to be a good conference to go to. So right now it's 3:30 and it starts at 4, and I think I know the venue, the room where it's happening, but I'm gonna go a bit early and make sure that I know the right place, like the place that I'm thinking it to be is the one. So do you see that building over there with windows, like mint green windows? That building is called Allison Hall. Last semester I used to teach there actually. That is a very historic building actually. So Reverend Francis Allison was the first person to lay the foundation of the University of Delaware in 1743. That's like forever ago. But that makes me realize how old this university is. So this university is a land grant university. US has a bunch of land grant universities, and I'll tell you what they are on my way back from the conference. Oh, maybe over there. I see people paying there.
This smells like shit though.
What?
Yeah.
No, it doesn't.
It does.
I don't smell it. I think the pay station is there. Oh, there. Okay. Sanupam and I have come to this new restaurant, Asian restaurant called Kakure Bistro. And this is my grilled chicken box. It's a bento box. Looks amazing. And that's Sanupam's noodles. He just went somewhere. He'll be back. This is Staples. We're at Staples to return some of our things that we wanted to return. They're not related to things that are available here. It's some piece of clothing, but what they sell here in Staples is generally these kind of electronics, like essentials. So this one is printer. They have some office chairs, swivel chairs, and some home pods. This is Apple, and they have other brands too. So Staples is mostly about office supplies. They have printers, toners, cartridges, softwares. And this place is a bit far from my house, so I came with Anupam. So this is almost the end of winter. Like technically the first day of spring was last week. This is a Friday actually, March 24, and the leaves or like cherry blossoms are not budding yet. We'll see. Some cherry blossom trees have flowered here. This one has. So this is on campus. You can see Grotto Pizza. By now you're probably very used to seeing it. Yeah, so these cherry blossoms are white. So one thing I realized this year is that when the cherry blossoms just start blooming, they're pink. But then towards the end, at their full bloom, they become white like this. So today is the last day before spring break. So from tomorrow, spring break is starting. Well in time. Lots and lots of Teslas these days. Earlier Teslas were just in California, but now they're also here and everywhere else. See how empty the campus is today? This plant is going to have lots of cherry blossoms, I'm sure. These flowers are so beautiful. They look like they're like completely dotting the whole tree. The tree is completely dotted literally with the small buds. Buds are coming. Do you see the small buds? The dark pink ones? And then there are these blossomed flowers. Yeah, these ones haven't bloomed yet. But the ones that have bloomed, they look so pretty. They look like those tiny lights on trees. Really, really beautiful. This is what I love about this campus. Like nature in its full flora, mostly flora and very little fauna is in this area. I just love this neighborhood so much. Like I've literally recorded this road 100 times, but each time there's something new. Like every time I look at it, there's something more charming than the last time. And like I just can't get enough of nature on this one little neighborhood. So quiet. Like I literally hear just my bag rattling on my shoulders and nothing else. Everybody is home for spring break. Usually these houses are really empty and they don't have their cars in the parkway, but today they do. All the houses have cars today in their parking lots. These type of houses are really nice. I quite like these kind of like independent houses. These days all the new properties that are coming up in and around Newark, or even I think around most of the US, are not these kind of independent family houses. They are all a part of a community, and then they look like townhouses. So basically they'll be rows of houses with the same planning and same architecture, the same amount of space as front yard and backyard. So like they just look like the same thing. They're part of a gated community and all those houses look the same. But here what I love about these houses is the diversity in their structure and architecture and design. Each one of them are different. I like that. Like the houses have their own personality. There you go. See, this one has a different kind of garden and the flowers are different. And these flowers are different, those flowers are different. But it looks like there's a theme this time. Everybody's planted yellow flowers. Maybe they just went and bought the same seeds of the same plants. Last time it was all pink. There you go. See, like all the houses are of different design in this neighborhood. Even this one, even if they're like 1 story or 2 story. First of all, there aren't more than 2 stories in any of these houses, but they're all different from each other, which is the most attractive part about them, at least to me, because yeah, all the new ones that have come up, at least in this area, they really look the same. Even I've seen some people buying houses in other states of the US, and I feel they all look the same. Like all those houses, they have the same design, the same structure. They're all a part of a gated community and they don't have much space between each other. Like these ones have so much space, like front yard, backyard, a garden. Like this one, there's so much space. Even the red one, that red one looks beautiful. They have a lot of space. This front yard is huge, and I'll show you their backyard. They have almost like a park at the back, and that's the music school, the UT Music School. Yeah, it's very close to UT. So these houses are very expensive, of course. Like that one is also really big, really big houses. And this one's, I'll show you their backyard with a little park and a swing for their dogs. There you go. There's like a workout area. There you go. It's like a really big backyard, and they have really big dogs also. So they have ample space to play around. So this one too. This one also has a lot of space at the back. This too. That little white outhouse, that's also part of this house. So they have like, these are one of the oldest houses in the area. Like the place where I live, that's more than 100 years old. I'm sure these ones are nothing less. And this white house also has very cute dogs. Every time I walk up to university every morning, I see the owner playing with the dogs at the back. These flowers are beautiful. And all the students are gone these days because of spring break. Like most of the time, the last day of the week tends to be Thursdays here. Very few departments actually have classes on Fridays. So the weekend almost begins from Thursday evening for most students here. So it looks like because spring break is starting from tomorrow technically, and the whole week, the upcoming next week. So everybody mostly left yesterday evening, like that's Thursday evening. So now it's all very empty. Well, this part of the city is usually quiet because these people are like older residents of this place, they're not students. The main action happens around Main Street on the other side of the campus where I showed you the cherry blossoms were, and this is actually the west of the campus. So this mostly has grad students like me. It's like PhD students, master students, and all the undergrads live on North Campus. So East and West are mostly grad students and undergrads are all in the North Campus. They have dorms there. Have to be careful here. This little road looks very pretty too. These are also undergrad accommodations. Like, they're not dedicated undergrad accommodations, but they're basically like off-campus accommodations for undergrads. So here undergrads are required to live in on-campus accommodations which are owned by the university. So they live under the university accommodation system in their first year, but from second year onwards they need to live on their own. They need to leave the university accommodations and live outside. So most of them tend to live in apartments like these, very good looking apartments usually, and they tend to be more expensive, but they live with 2 or 3 roommates. Most of these accommodations are 4-bedroom accommodations, so they share with many roommates, but master's students or PhD students mostly don't share with that many people. So for us, our sharing, like I don't share with anybody, and there are many people like that who do not share. They have families. That's mostly PhD students and master's students. Like when Anupam came here as a master's student, he had roommates, and that makes sense because when master's students come, they are also much younger than PhD students. Like they're still in early 20s or mid 20s, so they share a 2-bedroom apartment and each person gets 1 room. But undergrads, sometimes they live in 4-bedroom apartments and they get 1 room and they share 1 or 2 bathrooms. Yeah, or even 2 people live in 1 room sometimes, but that's not that common. Mostly they share 4-bedroom apartments with each person in 1 room and they share the bathroom. I don't want to share the bathroom, and that was mainly the bigger reason to take a 1-bedroom apartment for myself. But the apartment where Anupam used to live was also attached bathroom system, so he also did not have to share his bathroom. So his was very noisy. So Anupam's was a 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom apartment. So he had his own bedroom and his own separate bathroom. A lot of accommodations, like a lot of apartments here, don't have 2 bathrooms. They have 2 bedrooms, so you get your individual bedroom, but you may not get your individual bathroom. So yeah.